It's the Memphis Sports Network, WMC Memphis, WMFS HD2 Bartlett Memphis, WMFS FM and HD1 Bartlett, WMFS Memphis, ESPN 790 AM and 92.9 FM ESPN.
Watch the sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, and appreciate Bill Dance taking time to talk about next week's big catfish tournament down on the Mississippi River. Wow, it's going to be a great event. We've been talking fishing also early with Jason Christie, just coming off a big victory on the that is the Elite Circuit, right, Ron?
Yeah.
And he's on his way to the big one coming up. But
Mille Lacs.
Yeah, we talked earlier a little bit about fishing. This is our man right now we try to talk to once a month. He and Ron can just take over from now, and I can rest. But our good friend David Best from Primary Tackle out in Bartlett. And good morning, David.
Good morning, y'all.
All right, let's talk fishing, Ron. Now, we mentioned earlier water temperature has dropped. We've got cooler weather come in this weekend. We've had some rain. Of course, Harvey came through. Now we're in the 50s at night, so you guys take off. I'll let David go first and talk a little bit about fishing. What are you hearing? Because I know the folks, if you have not been to Primary Tackle, it is a wonderful facility right there by Sheridan's, across from Crystal.
Of course, we're going to make mention of food places.
Because I'm hoping to get a discount. But anyway, right there, Primary Tackle got a great facility. So let's talk a little bit about we're into September. You guys kind of batter back and forth about the change from summer. It seemed like it went just like boop, and we're into fall, even though it officially is not fall. So talk fishing, David.
Well, we've had a really good summer overall in general. We've had lots of pictures of really good fish coming through the shop. Customers have been doing really, really well. There's a lot of guys catching fish on the river, Tunica and McKellar, and we're getting a lot of pretty decent reports out of Pickwick and Kentucky Lake. And, with this weather cooling down, these fish are going to continue to move shallower and continue to feed on shad, and going to give us a lot of great opportunities for some topwater fishing.
Uh-oh, Ron perked up over there. He actually was going to say something.
But not only topwater bait fishing and the fish moving shallower, which makes it easier for everybody else to catch fish, but it's one of my favorite times of the year to start to get back using the umbrella rig too. And
no doubt.
And a lot of people like to use them for a lot of reasons.
Tell them what the umbrella for our people that really, here I'm jumping in now, but I know it made news several years ago. So tell us, the umbrella rig is you got to be certain, all this kind of stuff.
Well, the umbrella rig is essentially a 5-wire rig that you can have 5 baits on, unless you're in Tennessee where you can only have 3 hooks. You can use 5 baits, but 2 of them must be what they call dummies, no hooks.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
that's the way the ruling reads now. And I have to tell you, David, there at Primary Tackle, he's got a swim bait that really, really works well. And my recommendation is to get a shad-colored bait and put it on 4 of your hooks or rigs, and then get a different color, different size to put on the 5th one. And smaller is better this time of the year because your shad are anywhere from 1.5 inches to 2 inches long now, right, David?
Yes, sir. That's exactly right. Well, that little 3.5-inch swim minnow is by far one of our
Right.
best sellers. But this time of year, it is hard to beat.
Yeah.
You throw that thing on a smaller. We sell a smaller Alabama rig as well, in a 3 and a 5 wire. It's really, really lightweight. You stick that thing on there with a one weighted hook and a couple of keeper style hooks, and you can still be in less than 1/2 of an ounce. You can be around shallow schooling fish, and you don't spook them. It's like throwing a 1/2 ounce bait at them.
That's right.
So,
and
it's a great little fall tip.
I keep telling people, back off on the size of your jig hooks because, the heavier it is, the faster it falls, the faster you got to reel it. The lighter they are, the slower you can reel it, and you can also adjust how deep you're going to be able to fish. And one of the keys, a tip I have for everybody is, if you're fishing around grass, and we have a lot of grass on the Tennessee River now, especially Pickwick, and the umbrella rig really works well there, is to use a jig head where you can Texas rig your baits, and therefore it won't get hung up in the grass, and it'll catch a bunch of fish.
Yep.
Now, David, their store, right now this time of the year, you're talking about shallow water fishing, McKellar, Tunica, anywhere you go, Sardis, Enid, Grenada, the fish are moving up. You've got a lot of soft plastics that you can use weightless there too.
Oh yeah,
work real well around any kind of cover.
Most definitely. We carry, like you said, the swim minnows. We've got some fluke style baits. We got some Senko style baits that you can wacky rig.
Mm-hmm.
We've got all kinds of things that'll mimic a shad for this time of year that are really hard to beat. Another really good rig for when you're fishing that kind of shallow grass like that is a Senko with a little spinner screwed into the back of it. Just Texas rig. That'll come through it really, really well. Gives you something with a little extra flash. And it's a neat little bait that you can throw this time of year.
And you've got those little spinners there at the store too, don't you?
We do.
That's pretty awesome the way that works also.
What about colors now? I'm a color. I love to talk about colors. So
Blue Fleck.
What was that again?
Blue Fleck is a good all-around color.
Blue Fleck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about you, David? What's the colors you reckon telling people?
Anything that looks kind of like a shad style pattern. Watermelon red ghost.
Watermelon. What was that again? Watermelon ghost.
Watermelon red ghost. It's like a watermelon red with a pearl style belly underneath. That's probably one of our most popular selling colors.
Well, hold on to one of those for me because I'd like just to post it in my office someplace. I'm a big watermelon person, so I like red. So,
and spinnerbait time now too.
Oh yeah,
it is.
They're back. They're back now. Your square bills are back. Lipless crankbaits, and plastics still work well. And one of the recommendations that I have for anybody using any soft plastics is to use some kind of attractants. Now, you have there at the store some JB's fish sauce. That stuff really works, doesn't it, David?
It works really, really well. We carry it in two main styles in the gel, which tends to adhere to a bait a little bit better. We also carry it in a spray so that if you want to be able to continuously reapply. We also carry crawl cane, which is a like a salt type additive.
Right.
Good place.
That you put into your pack of baits, and it really soaks and permeates into those baits really, really well. For those creature style baits like a bush pig, a rodent from Strike King, or some of those type baits, it's a really great additive.
Let's let the folks know where you are located and give them that address.
We're at 6765 Stage. Our hours are Monday through Friday from 10 to 7, and on Saturdays from 10 to 5.
And you got things going on, don't you? I've noticed that keeping up with you on Facebook, there's something going on all the time there, and that's good.
Yeah, we're trying to keep all kinds of different little seminars going. We're always having different little sales. We're working on an online tournament trail. We've got a lot of different stuff in the works. Just trying to continue to kind of increase our footprint here in the Memphis area. I've been here for about 4 or 5 years now, but we're really pushing to try to get it up and really build a community as much as just a shop.
David, you talk about specials. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, you have your 8-inch finesse worm on clearance for $1.99 for a 10-pack. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct.
What a deal. And that's the size worm you want to be using right now. And not only can you use that finesse worm on a shaky head, you can Texas rig it, or you can wacky rig it, and it'll catch fish all the different ways, won't it?
It sure will. And you can even, it's a really great for, a lot of people don't hear much about it, but a Nico rig.
A Nico
really
rig
good.
Works well, too. Yep.
Yeah, this time of year, it's a really good choice.
I love
as well.
listening to these guys talk. It's just fun for me just to sit here. I'm the least expert there is around here, but I have wonderful experts that can talk, and they've been talking wacky and Texas and all the, what was that one again? Watermelon red gut?
Ghost.
Ghost.
Oh,
Yep.
Ghost. Watermelon red ghost. And what I really like about David's shop, you can just walk in. He won't pressure. You can walk around and look at it. It's so sparkling clean. And they've got a big room in the back that it could probably hold all the Wongs in Memphis back there. I mean, it's a big one, so you can and he's going to have a lot of different things in there.
Hey, David, I want you to do me a favor.
He's going to do you a favor.
Hold on to some of those 8-inch finesse worms
Hold
and
on.
the green pumpkin June bug for me.
Okay, hold on.
That I can do.
Did you get
All
that?
right.
Okay, now
I got it.
Okay, he's got a Walmart sack. He'll probably be bringing in there for you to put them in there, and everything. So, David, thank you, buddy, and
Thank you.
we'll stay in touch again, folks. Primary Tackle, right across from Sheridan's and Crystal out there in Bartlett. Wonderful place to go and just shop around, spend your money, but at the same time, you're going to love talking to all the Best family and nothing but the best, David Best. Okay, David?
Thank you, Larry.
All right, we'll talk to
Thank you, Ron.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break here in just a second. 'Cause I can't wait to head out west and go to Idaho and talk buck knives. I've got my little buck in my pocket. I've lost it 9 times, but it continues to come back to my pocket some way. Well, actually, I've lost it again. I can't find it. But anyway, let's take a break. Greg Ratliff's taking us out of here, and we're going to close out today's show with Mr. C.J. Buck of the Buck family and Buck Knife.
You can find out